Captain's Log, subdate 200511.4. I have started reading through the Ferengi Rules of Acquisition and thought I'd share my favourite. Rule of Acquisition number 4. A woman wearing clothes is like a man in the kitchen. I'm starting to understand why Ensign What's-His-Face is single. So yesterday I was perusing the recommended tab of my Discord server Moistonia, become a patron and join. In it, I noticed a lot of recent subjects posted by lovely people there. Become one of them if you want. Many of the subjects concerned what I would call covidiots, what many would call covidiots in fact. These are people who, because of coronavirus, are doing stupid things. Usually these subjects would be exhibition of stupid people worthy, but there are so many of them, and I don't really want to make an entire exhibition of stupid people on covidiots. I've decided to do this instead, and if I get enough of them, I'll make more of them, because seriously, there are a lot of you, but there are different types of idiots, and this is where this video is quite handy, because I'm not going to just go with, oh, look at the person wearing what looks like a very odd-looking pillowcase on their head, although we do have one of those. No, we also have people like Kate Brown, who is the state governor for Oregon, who has been accused by Jackson County of withholding COVID-19 relief money, even though cities like Portland have been known to have received hundreds of millions of dollars in help already. The US government released $1.6 billion to Oregon under the Coronavirus Relief Fund CARES Act. Currently, Jackson County has lost millions in revenue from various different sectors, and many businesses have shut, like everywhere else in the country where the state has shut down, even though the case number is not too high. Discussion for another day. Kate Brown's defense for this, though, is that she is being stymied by restrictions from the government because she wants to use it to fund state revenue shortfalls. Unless I'm misunderstanding this entirely, surely that is the wrong way to spend it. It should instead go to those who need it now, but of course it is equally possible I just don't understand the delicate intricacies of how to spend a lot of money on people that need it, instead of on state revenue shortfalls. By the way, that is a quote from Kate Brown. Yes, genius level right there. Next, let's go to a man wearing a pillowcase. Yes, this pillowcase. Bit suspect, I know. In many supermarkets in the US, it is compulsory to wear a face mask of some kind. This has caused many to get quite outraged because of their rights and freedoms. My counter to anyone that uses that is, you are right, your freedoms have been inhibited in some manner, but where in your constitution does it say, I have the right to potentially infect another person? I like that I had to look at my notebook just so I said that correctly. It's going to annoy some people. I do apologise if it annoyed you, but I'm right. As a consequence for many people not being able to get face masks, some have had to get a bit creative. No doubt someone dusted this off from either a box under their bed or from a local museum. This particular photo was taken at a Vons grocery store in California. Lovely. The staff did in fact request that this particular customer remove it, but they chose to ignore it. And the San Diego County Sheriff's Department have said that deputies were not called to the store at the time of the incidents, but detectives are looking into this and will pursue criminal charges if necessary. It is also alleged that customers were afraid to approach them in case they busted out a cross and started a fire, or perhaps started singing about Casper. As a side note, the location where this took place in Santee, it is known and renowned for being associated with what is more commonly called white supremacist activity, with the city being nicknamed Clan-T. So it does have a reputation, and it is possible this is connected to something that isn't pillowcase related, but entirely a white thing. Lovely. Let's move on to Nina Vatelli. If I've mispronounced your name, I am very sorry. Who is the Ohio State Representative, who says that he will not wear a face mask when the state has, of course, mandated it, because, and I'm going to read the quote, when we think about the image and likeness of God, that we are created in the image and likeness of God. When we think of image, do we think of a chest or our legs or our arms? We think of a face. That is the image of God right there, and I want to see it in my brothers and sisters. This is not the entire world. This is the greatest nation on earth founded on Judeo-Christian principles and slavery. One of those principles is that we are all created in the image and likeness of God. That image is seen the most by our face. I will not wear a mask. Nino Vitali has also called on state officials in other counties to ignore orders of state health officials and has said that the stay-at-home orders were based on fear and propaganda. I would agree to fear. Maybe not propaganda. I guess it depends on what is and is not fact, and how you interpret fact, based on your already reference to God and how faces are so damn important. I'm inclined to believe you might be slightly skewed, but then again, you also believe that Bill Gates created, with the assistance of 5G, COVID-19, and that wearing face masks makes you higher risk of getting sick because of respiratory issues. I can understand the respiratory issue, but with all the, let's say, differing sources of information, let's go with that, saying what did and did not cause this when we have no definitive answers yet. We have some bits here and there. We don't actually have a complete answer. Speculating and using conspiracy theories. Yeah, I'm starting to understand why you got removed off Facebook like David Icke, which I don't support, just to be clear. But I do understand why it happened. The fear aspect I do agree with, though. Many states have shut down when they only had 1 or 2 people infected, or cases, rumours at best, or they're acting on the state neighbouring them. You shouldn't shut down your state when your state is nowhere near as badly affected as other states. That is the power of fear. It's what leads to conspiracy theories, which I will concede are highly amusing to look at and understand, but in the circumstances of the current climate, just lead to more confusion. And until we get a chance to properly investigate the alleged labs where this stuff may or may not have been created, notice my choice of words there? Yeah. Speculation is of no use. Dealing with the problem is far better and more productive. The next one I want to cover concerns a shooting at a McDonald's in Oklahoma City, where a suspect shot an employee in the arm, with a second being hit with shrapnel in the neck and shoulder and a third hit with shrapnel in the side. 2 of the employees are 16 and they were taken to hospital with them expected to recover. Now, the police have said that the reason this happened is because the woman became agitated, the suspect, when she was told the restaurant's dining rooms were closed due to COVID-19. This is in a McDonald's. You gotta be kidding me, right? Let's go to the last one, another absolute moron. For this we need Danielle Conti, a nurse for the New York City hospital, who was arrested on Thursday after stealing, allegedly, a dying corona patient's credit card. He has since passed away. F in the chat for Anthony Catapano. Danielle Conti is now facing charges of grand larceny, petty larceny, and criminal possession of stolen property. Oof. So what did she do? Well, he died on April 12th, and the daughter Tara, of Anthony that is, noticed that there were credit card charges. She then approached the police about this, wondering if anything could in fact be done. And they decided, yes, actually there is. Let's do some digging, which didn't take 5 minutes. Seriously, have you ever considered not stealing from somebody who's dying, you disgusting human being? Allegedly. I will, of course, if she is convicted, stick her in an ISO cube very quickly. With the differing type of idiot, I'm very much interested to know what you think of each of them. I know I've only given 1 or 2 of them a few moments, and others a lot more time than I should have. Certainly with Nino Vitali, there is a lot more to it, and I'm sure it's going to divide people because you have very different views. Some of you have accused me of being an SJW that is in line with the government. I'll keep restating it, I'm really not. So please do let me know in the comments down below. There is a Euro Truck Simulator stream tonight on Omegon Plays, and there's a new video on Moisky Live. If I don't see you on Omegon Plays tonight, I hope you have a fantastic Monday, and thank you all for listening.